Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for coming back, or welcome if it's your first time. We're going to begin with a Whispers of Lord Ganesha oracle card. What does Aquarius need to know to maximize their new moon manifestation potential? What does Aquarius need to know to maximize their manifestation potential? Generosity. Compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. When you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesha to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you are filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own thoughts. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate and do not do favors with strings attached. As you continue to give, you may find that you no longer envy others. You will give easily and at the same time receive the same is offered to you. At the same time, receive when the same is offered to you. So give easily and receive easily. This will go a long way to eliminating the feeling of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people, and treat others with respect and acceptance. First things first, what a hilarious card for Aquarius to pull. Aquarius is very attuned to the needs of people, but there is a bit of righteousness about who deserves what. There's also definitely a manipulative aspect. There's definitely a manipulative aspect to Aquarius. You know, you guys are the kingmakers. You guys are working behind the scenes to allow what you know to be best to come to fruition. You also know that being the center of attention is not necessarily the most effective way of getting what you want accomplished. So this card is suggesting that at least for this new moon, to get what you want is, one, to respect the free will of others, which is always good advice, especially when you naturally can shepherd people into doing what you want. And if you are called to be the center of attention, don't shy away from it. Allow yourself to be seen. And if you can see, the mouse it looks more like a rat, to be honest. But it is present in the depiction, and that is a call for humility. So what does Aquarius need to know to maximize their manifestation potential? Four of Wands for the Emperor. The Magician reversed. Two of Swords reversed. I believe you had Four of Wands in the final card last month, which again is calling you to push yourself outside your comfort zone and be happy, be open. Again, if you need to be the center of attention, be the center of attention. Four of Wands is known as a marriage card, so if you're getting married, don't be shy with the attention you're getting or uncomfortable with the attention you're getting during the festivities. And I think a big part of this is maybe you are questioning, you like to be in control. And let's be honest, perhaps most likely to a narcissistic level. And because you have you can dominate your environment very, very easily. Perhaps you don't even realize you're doing it half the time because it comes so naturally to you. And that's okay. You know, allow yourself to be the bridegroom. Allow yourself to enjoy that experience. Going with this wedding theme, it seems like you're not enjoying it. Perhaps to the point that you look like you have cold feet. I remember last month there was something about, where's the joy? You have a lot to go. I don't know if you found it yet, but you're not letting people see it. What's the point of experiencing joy if you have no one to share it with? And there's definitely this theme of let people in. Let people see you shine. Let other people shine, even if you don't necessarily agree with the way they're going about it. If you know it can be better, and you know it could be better, just let them have their moment. And it's not about perfectionism, I don't think. I think it's more like, yeah, that's cute, but, you can stand out even more if you did it this way. Well, some people don't want to stand out even more, including you. Don't force people to stand out more than you're willing to yourself. Five of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles reversed, I refer to it as sanctuary. With the meaning of this spot, it's like resisting calling your home home. Reiterating this kind of, you're having cold feet at the wedding. Maybe you don't like your wife's planning and you think it could be better. You want it to be better. And you know what? If you think it could be better and you want it to be better, then you have to be willing to admit that you care. Three of Cups reversed. If you care, what's wrong with expressing it? And another interpretation of this also is you don't need to have the best time. Maybe you know that this is about if you're the bridegroom, perhaps you just have to generously allow your wife to be the center of attention, even if you question her taste. Even if you would have more fun if it was another way. It's this way. And these cards are so interesting. Because it's saying to me there's something you want that you're not letting yourself have. And you're not letting yourself have it because you don't want people to know that you want more. I don't know where it cut off, but you don't want people to know you want more. And because you can go without, you're resisting letting people in. You're resisting letting yourself find your safe space. You want to detach yourself. You want to be unrealistic. You have standards and expectations that nobody could really meet. So it's, how do you level up? How do you go ahead and get married if you don't want to surrender to your feelings, to your partner's feelings, to the joy that is supposed to be shared between the two of you? Generosity, generosity, generosity. Why do you want to isolate yourself? Why do you want to isolate people by these expectations? Why do you care about your expectations more than your relationships? King of Cups. I talked about this last round of videos. I don't remember which sign it was. But King of Cups, I consider a card of Aquarius. And it's a controversial opinion, but the reason why I think this one, my father was a Pisces with an Aqua Moon, so my King of Cups was a strong, dominant Aquarius energy. But I think it also has to deal with the wind moves water. Water sets not the tides, but in the moon, but like the waves and the wind have a huge relationship. How turbulent the seas are. You know, one's ideology, one's value system often has a profound relationship on an addict. If they don't value themselves and they don't value, like hygiene is a huge issue for people suffering from addiction, right? When you let your hygiene go, that's a value system. You know, that's you choosing your addiction over your physical health, right? When you start sending values like, you know, no substance is going to let me prioritize itself over bathing every day. You know, that, you know, That's not really a cure for addiction, but you get my point. That when you let these standards slip, you let in corruption. Well, your standards don't save you from rot. When you are overly attached to an ideal, which is your ambition is to keep your expectations high, to avoid letting anybody in, to avoid initiating on a dream or romance or a relationship. When you prioritize your ideal over letting people know that you care about them, letting people know that you want a commitment, over having a good time, over having friendships, you can function on high levels of loneliness, more than the average person. Cool. Good for you. But isn't it important to also have fun with people? Let your high integrity to share it for everybody. Your water sign friends really need your severity to lift them up and stabilize them. You know, you cannot overemphasize the way ideals shape water. You know, personally, as someone who's a super dominated by water with very little fire, you can't like tell me things like, well, what would people think about you? I don't care what people think about me. I mean, of course I do in a normal way, but like somebody having a bad reputation isn't going to stop me from expressing myself the way that I see fit. And I think that's something Aquarius understands. That's, you know. So I'm going to say look to your Cancer, look to your Pisces, look even to your Scorpio. But I don't, you know, especially your Cancer and your Pisces. And let yourself find this balance for you. It's interesting because Pisces got the Emperor card, and before I pulled the cards, I invoked this one. Oh, they didn't get the Emperor, they got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is more of the spiritual Jungian archetype of the King of Cups, and is very much a card of Aquarius. So this is asking you to personalize the Hierophant a little bit more. It's asking you to embody the moral compass, to set the standards without making the standards impossible. Because who's benefiting from impossible expectations? No matter how devoted and committed someone is to you, if you refuse to let them in, if you refuse to engage in fun and fellowship with them, how are you ever going to embody your strength and power? You know, be the zaddy, be the daddy for the water signs around you. And the Geminis. Geminis can be Page of Cups in the way that you can be the King of Cups. Can you soften your heart just enough to do this? You know? I think you can. I know you care enough. And I'm not asking you to express yourself in a way that makes you uncomfortable. I'm asking you to be the leaders you need to be that you are destined to be by allowing yourself to be both structured and intuitive without overvaluing the structure. Your intuition is just as powerful as your logical self. You have the wherewithal and the strength to live in the middle path. So live in the middle path. Let people in. Let people in. Let people in and inspire them to be better through your own generosity. Generosity of spirit. Have a blessed new moon in Capricorn. See you next cycle. God bless.